Awesome.
It's a bit of a long practice. This 27 minutes we have together is tough. So I really give you lots of kudos for showing up today and doing the best you can to stay with me through this meditation.
Yeah.
Welcome. All right, let's move on back to, well, you can stay in your seat as well. I just wanted to take these little cards with me. I'd love to read you one of these in a moment, but if you're staying in your desk chair, I just have a request for you. Would you consider slipping off your shoes and socks and then pressing your feet flat onto the ground? That way, if you're in your desk chair, you still have this sense of grounding. I would also love, if you're maintaining your chair posture, for you to try to sit up tall. And so a chair can be really useful to slide back using the back of our chairs, but do make sure that you still have that sense of grounding with your feet into the floor. And then, my friends, if you're joining me today seated, there's nothing fancy about the setup. I have 2 couch cushions today for extra support and a really soft, warm blanket to sit upon. If you tend to get tired in your back body, you start your class seated in the middle of a room and you're like, oh, this is not comfortable. Don't fight that. Move somewhere, put yourself against a wall, perhaps lie down, find your way to a couch so that you feel really comfy and ready to stay. I am so glad you joined me today. Let's stretch just a little so we can get some fidgets out of the way and then rest together in meditation today. Bring your left hand down as low as you can find a spot for it to land. Sweep your right arm to the sky and let that arm reach as far away from your body as you can. Back to the right side, up to the sky again, just creating this beautiful half moon shape. Over and out to the right side. And as you're leaning to the left, we're going to try to pause our reach over to the left side to create this pretty smile shape in the right side of our bodies. Clasp your hand behind your skull and just push back a little bit so you feel an opening across your chest and shoulder. Re-reach skywards and allow the weight of that arm to release, pulling you back to seated. So nice. I like to open the chest so we feel like we can fill it with lots of big new breaths. So weave your left arm to the sky and slide your right hand somewhere sturdy, whether it be the arm of your chair or down to the floor. Take a big reach up. Ooh, start to find length in your left side. Sweep the fingers back and away, reaching as far from body as possible. Inhale, back and overhead. This time you might want to reach off to the right side. Create this sense of wonder, like if I stretch in this particular way or open here, will I feel even better? One more big round, up and over. And as you come back down with the left arm, use the weight of that arm to help you back to seated. Landing arms, shoulders, somewhere that feel really heavy. Might like to bend at the elbows and turn your palms skywards, especially if you're feeling sluggish today. We can draw in some beautiful energy. If you're feeling a little overstimulated, you may enjoy palms down, a hand to heart, a hand to belly, or even just a little clasp at your waist. So drop into our meditation practice, arriving together. I encourage you to try to sit tall or lie long if you're lying, crown of head far from the tailbone. And then we'll gently tuck our chins down towards our chests to lengthen the back of our necks. Softening into your facial features and unclench your teeth. Let your bottom jaw drop heavy from the top. I welcome you to a gratitude practice today. I truly believe that a bit of gratefulness, a sense of gratitude, once or twice every day can change our entire outlook on life, changes our personality, our mood. We realize just how fortunate we are. If you'd ever like to have a journal or just a piece of scrap paper nearby, it might be nice, especially for gratitude, so that we might take a note, because I'm going to encourage you to come back to your gratitude once or twice more throughout today. As we begin, I wanted to share a little power thought card. I love this deck of cards by Louise Hay. They're actually called Power Thought Cards. My first one I'd like to share, the power thought, is I let go of all expectations. Every time we practice, whether it be meditation or yoga, I ask you to come as a beginner because none of us have ever been in this second in this very day. Therefore, we are all brand new in this moment. If we approach with this open-minded sense of curiosity as a beginner would, and we let go of expectations, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibilities. In the back of this power thought card, the mantra is I let go of all expectations. The explanation is I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. That might be hard for you to believe or trust, but that's why I'm asking you to approach with curiosity, open-mindedness as a beginner today. Let's focus on the fact, my friends, in the most basic level of gratitude. If it's hard for you to feel pride in yourself, encourage and praise yourself at the most basic level, we can all agree that today, thankfully, we awoke alive and breathing. And for that simple fact alone, let us be grateful. As we move forward from breath, are we able to think of something in our lives for which we are grateful? And if something really profound comes to you, feel free to write that down on your scrap paper, jot it in your notes app or in your journal so that you can resort back to it and remember just how blessed you are. So this could be freedom of movement. We just stretched. Did your body feel able to move? That's a wonderful thing to be grateful for. At my house, I'm in South Jersey. It's starting to be a little sunny and a little warmer. Ooh, I am really grateful for that. So whatever brings you joy in life, something that you are grateful for. We're meeting together for workplace meditation today. So I'm definitely grateful for having the ability to work and having a job. Just bringing that to mind, letting it swell up inside of you, letting it blossom and spread with this sense of gratitude. Well, this one's a little easier. Find someone in your life, and it can definitely be a fur baby. I'm a big animal lover. Someone in your life for whom you are grateful. This does not have to be some exceptional human being. Of course, it can be, but it could also be that person that held the door for you this morning, that person that smiled at you, that caught your eye, and just you had this little exchange of energy. That goes so far. Someone that you are grateful for today. And just notice when you envision that person or that pet, maybe if it's someone that is really special to you, whom you love deeply, you find this actual physical or emotional reaction when you envision them. So refreshing, so rejuvenating, brings a little joy to our day. And last but not least, let's observe something within ourselves. This is the toughest one. Observe something within ourselves for which we are grateful. What do you love about yourself? Is it something in your personality that makes you really proud? Is it something that you've accomplished in your life, something that you've done that makes you feel really proud and grateful? Bring this to mind because gratitude, in my humble opinion, is an essential component of happiness. So remember to jot those down. If it's not something that's easy for you to come up with, especially nice to jot it down so you can quickly resort back to it later. We have something in our life for which we are grateful, someone, person, or beloved pet for whom we are grateful, and something within ourselves that we're grateful for. My friends, can I encourage you to try for even a fleeting second or a minute or a few breaths to check in with these moments and times and people and things of gratitude throughout the day today. Anytime that you need a simple reminder that things are going really well for you, focus on the most fundamental piece of gratitude, our breath, and all of the other things that you are grateful for. So I think that this is so important in life so that we can project this outwards. We know that when we are filling ourselves with gratitude and we are able to allow that to emanate from us, that we receive it in return, sometimes in twofold. So if we're really good to ourselves, we project that out and then we get that back. Doesn't that make the world such a better place? And I really love this old story that helps us understand this. Let's say you're holding a cup of coffee. Pretend that you like coffee. If you don't, you have your cup of coffee and someone bumps into you and your coffee spills everywhere. Well, why did that happen? Because someone bumped into us? Not necessarily. Sometimes I think that. Not necessarily. You spilled your coffee because there was coffee in your cup. So let's say you had hot chocolate in your cup, you would have spilled that. If you had tea or water in your cup, you would have spilled that. So when life comes your way and shakes you all up, anything that's inside of you will spill out. Just a reminder to fill ourselves with the good in life. Taking these simple, fleeting moments of gratitude throughout the day will help us overflow with gratitude. So let's ask ourselves, what is in our cups? When life gets challenging, what spills over or out of us? We can choose. Sometimes, this is a practice. None of us are perfect. Unfortunately, we're never going to be perfect. So we practice to be the best versions of ourselves. And every once in a while, joy, gratefulness, peace, and humility might be bubbling up and out of us. That feels so good. So we want to bring more of that to our lives. But sometimes, as humans, anger or bitterness or a reaction that we're not super proud of or harsh words can bubble out of us when we get shaken up. But we have the ability to choose. So today, we've already worked on filling our cups with gratitude. We've already worked on filling our cup with words of affirmation. I let go of all expectations, giving us the ability to be open-minded and curious. Let's fill our cups with kindness, love, gentleness, and forgiveness. The more we put in, the more emanates from us and the more that we receive in return. Such a beautiful exchange of energy. So everything in our lives is energy. Let's take a deep breath in together. Try breathing in through your nostrils. That breath, that's energy surging through us. Easy exhalation. Excuse me, my friends. I have gotten a runny nose as soon as I started talking. Please excuse that. Take another deep breath in, full of that energy, that prana, that life force surging through us. As we have our eyes slipping closed or perhaps downcast, softening our gaze, just listen. And whatever we hear is the sound of energy, this exchange of energy vibrating our eardrums. That's interpreted by our brain as a sound. If our eyes were open or they're partially open right now, whatever we're gazing at, whatever is coming into our eyes is energy, and we translate that into a visual. So this explanation helps us understand that we have the ability to circulate whatever energy we desire. When our thinking, when our words, when our feelings and emotions are tender and gentle and loving, the energy exchange is nourishing and supportive. Moving back into that attitude of gratitude for our things, our people and pets, ourselves, our breath. Long, slow, deep breath in. Not forced, just slowing down with practice. And gently let that go. Simply watching our breath here at the most fundamental level, really grateful for this. If you're breathing in and out through your nose, I like to envision those two threads of breath coming in through the nostrils and meandering slowly through our bodies. Noticing how the breath feels a little cooler when it comes in and a bit warmer as it releases back out. Taking a long, slow, energetic breath in and release even more softly if you can. In the spirit of energy exchange, I'd like to offer you a really beautiful exchange of energy. We'll try to bring in even more good so we feel like we could bubble up with it today. And we'll try to exhale things or feelings or emotions that don't quite fit how we want to feel. Something that may be holding us back from being the best versions of ourselves. As we begin, feel free to mentally or aloud repeat the word as we breathe in, what we're trying to accomplish, what we hope to have more of, to really solidify it deep within yourself. Let's breathe together, my friends, breathing in stillness. And as you exhale, letting go of a bit of turbulence. Breathing in a sense of lightness. Exhaling darkness. Breathing in openness and spaciousness. Letting go of tightness and constriction. In-breath soothes us. Inhaling a sense of soothing. The exhale releases a sharp edge of pain, just slowly chipping away at things that do not serve us. Breathing in confidence. Releasing self-doubt. In order to do this, we have to inhale surrender, right? Letting go of control. Inhale that sense of surrender. And release any resistance. Breathe in acceptance. Breathe out judgment. I encourage you to inhale forgiveness. Let's try to let go of grievance. Inhale patience. Exhale forgiveness. Inhaling a beautiful sense of tolerance. That feels so good. And try to let go of some anger. Breathing in expansion and clarity. letting go of confusion, inhaling this amazing sense of peace, exhaling conflict, bringing in a feeling, a knowing of wholeness, letting go of separation. Sometimes we feel like we're a bit broken, but I'm here to remind you that you are whole. Everything you need to feel that way is within you. We just have to slow down and surrender to it. I also like to think of this wholeness because we are unified as one. Our friends, our loved ones, our fellow humans near and far, we are all whole. We are all essentially one. Let go of these senses of separation between one and another. Inhaling and filling yourself up with compassion. Let's let go of a little bit of sadness. I won't ask you to release completely. I know that's really challenging, and this is a practice, this is a process. So sure, if you can get rid of all your sadness in one big exhale, that's amazing. But I'll use words like a little, or soften the edge, or shed a layer so that you don't feel like you have to accomplish anything today. We're just doing the best that we can. Breathing in joy, letting go of suffering, breathing in softness, and sink a bit more into heaviness. Let's breathe this sense of ease into our bodies as we just filled up with some softness. Notice if you almost feel like you could sway a little in the upper body. Sense of ease is coming in. Let go of struggle. Perhaps you can sink down into a bit more heaviness here. Continuing with our energy exchange, inhaling open-mindedness. Letting go of small stories. When those critical thoughts come in, we don't need to attach to those. As your mind fills up with things that can guide you away from your true north, your path, the best version of you, we just gently guide that thought, that bit of negativity back out, continue on our path. Breathe in this sense of curiosity and release stagnation. Love to be a little curious about what our path holds, what we can change to become a more fulfilled person. Breathing in a sense of wonder goes hand in hand with that curiosity and that open-mindedness, that beginner's mindset. And exhale the mundane. Breathe into a flow state. Remember our mantra, our intention from earlier, I let go of expectations. Our description for that in our power thought card was I flow freely and lovingly with life. So we'll breathe into this flow state and try to release effort. As we work on this energy exchange, we are inhaling new energy and attempting to escort out the old, just gently push away what is no longer serving us. Let's breathe in love and let go of fear. Because that one is so important. Remember that what we fill ourselves up with, it just oozes out of our pores. And in turn, we receive that back. So let's breathe that back in. Breathing in this sense this feeling of love. As much as you release love back out on that exhalation. That one felt really good. I like to take another big, full breath, full of love for yourself. And be a witness. You're the casual observer here to this exchange of energy as love flows in and out of you with each breath cycle. So, in gratitude, we can find love. Perhaps when you revisit your gratitude practice today, you think of the breathing that we miraculously woke up with, grateful for that, the something in your life that you're grateful for, the someone or furry someone, and something within yourself that you're grateful for. Perhaps that feels like love, this gratitude. And we allow this overwhelming, settling feeling to come in of silence and stillness to settle deep within our bones as we fill up with this gratitude. Let's try to make a commitment to ourselves and to one another that we will become these conduits of gratitude and love in order to transform energy that we give out, energy that we receive, into loving energy. And continue this positive exchange through our relationships, our interactions, everything we do today. If your eyes closed for your practice, gently float your eyelids open, readjust to the colors, the lightness, the textures in the room. Thank you so much for joining me today. Meeting our hands in prayer at heart center or covering our heart space. And we can be grateful one more time. Tucking chin to chest, grateful for committing to a practice today, to coming together in meditation, hopefully filling ourselves up with love and gratitude. I am very grateful for you. Thank you for allowing me to lead you. And namaste, meaning that my light honors yours. Take great care and have a good day.